Welcome back to Astroneer. We're into episode 2 and we see some medium storage. We haven't made any of that. Well, I've made some off camera, but just to show you that. This expands our storage on each of these modules, each of these stations. So we just grab this and we can just take it somewhere. We can put it on top of these nodes. As soon as we let go. In fact, isn't it going to expand on those? Maybe it'll only expand on these. Let's take these off. And if we put this in the right place, we now get 8 spaces. We can also put these on cars later, so don't worry too much about what you put on them for now. I just went and got some more resources from underground. Aluminium in this case. We're going to burn that up. Well, melt it down. Because we want some aluminium for... Where's my station? There we are. The vehicle bay. And build. There we go. You see it's altered the terrain a little bit. That's because we're going to have a vehicle coming up to here. So this rock... Oh no, it's going to disappear. That's fine. Used to get problems with vehicles driving up and the terrain not being the right place. But they've expanded the area, so everything should be fine. Power, we'll have to wait for that to come back after... sun comes up, which I don't see anywhere just yet. I did also get some more research objects, so let's go and trigger one of those. That's yet more power, but no problem. Come on. Small generator. Okay. So most of the things we actually make are going to be from this printer. But again, it's out of power, so you can't really do anything with that yet. You put these on the side and it'll pull in whichever things it needs. So don't worry about having to arrange this all manually. As long as it's on one of these side things, for example, I've got like 6 resin on that side, I've got copper on this side. If I put some aluminium, or aluminum if you're American, the game developer clearly is American. Or at least going with the American spelling. It'll just use whichever things it actually needs to make whatever you want. So don't worry too much about arrangement. Just drop this on the storage. There is large storage as well, but I don't think it's for these stations. I think it's more for the trailers and the cars. We can put this back in, just waiting for the next lot. And I think there's some more. Can we actually grab that, I wonder? Can we grab it from ground level? One thing I didn't show, by the way, last episode, and this is a good point as any to show it. You have the terrain deformation tool, but if you hold down control you can choose flatten mode, or if you hold down alt you can make a hill, which may become more useful when we actually want to go and grab that. Quite quick, quite easy. So I do actually want... Oh, here comes the sun. That's good, because I want to see what we can do about getting a vehicle. And one of the items in my backpack is small generator. This will actually just basically keep our power fed, but we can also do the same thing. We can attach it to the station here. I've moved my solar over here, and that will be good to make sure we have power during the night, or in this case, did I say lithium? I meant copper for this. Lithium, however, is needed for batteries, so that is much deeper underground, and I think you can get a little bit of it, but you need a drill head, which is part of the vehicles, so we're gonna have to get to that soon. However, what do we need, I wonder, for this? What does it need? It may just be organic. Can we just drop that down? Yeah, it is organic, so if we just take this off for a second, organic is just basically any plants, so if we just go and grab some of this stuff just by clicking, I suppose. Is that giving me organic? I think it is. There we go. And then we can just reuse that by dropping it on top of the generator. Like Where is the organic? Ah, there you are. It's actually quite bright on my screen. It's usually... maybe that's going to be okay. Hopefully that's not going to be too distracting. I basically crafted this little work light as well that attaches to the top right. You can take it off and drop it back in place. Hopefully drop it back in place. Slightly annoying to get this positioned if not. You're going to... Okay, I'll figure out how to get that actually reattached. Why won't you reattach? Yeah, it's quite fiddly positioning. Never mind, I'll figure it out later. But yeah, work light is one of these other recipes. Just again needing copper. Oops. And it's used up the organic now, and we should be getting power off through many nodes. You see the power transferring through all of these. Can we actually do anything with the vehicle bay yet? It is actually still charging. Maybe we should get more organic. We don't particularly want all of this plant life near the base, but I also don't want to I don't want to disrupt the landscape too much. Don't want large holes everywhere, so maybe just using the flattening mode a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We're going to need somewhere to put our spaceship later, so that's good enough for now. I can just drop this in place. Where's my... Ah, there it is. Let's drop it in. You guys liking this so far? Maybe, maybe not. Certainly is a very nice, nice game to explore. And that should be feeding power in, and it looks like, yep, our vehicle bay is now active. Alright guys, now we're gonna get to a medium rover maybe? Is it gonna give us any other options? Don't think it is. I think we have to discover the plans for the other ones. In combination with the medium rover, which needs compound, I think I actually got some compound on me, so I can just bring this over here. We can put more storage over here as well, so let's just drop on some compound. I need some more. We also need to make a seat. It's not part of the rover itself, and that's what this comes in handy for, because besides medium storage, you can also build a habitat. Remember us saying, and in particular if you want two-player mode, you can play up to 4 players at once. By the way, it's a co-op game. You need other habitats for people because these only seat one. And if that storm comes across, everyone race for your original habitat and leave everyone else out in the wind and the rocks. Also, open 1 seat, and that's all we have at the moment. So I'll tell it to build the 1 seat and also to research. And then we're going to use up more of our organic. What do we get from research? Please? Medium battery. Eh, okay. Does that also, however, and we can just grab this on the ground for now. You can actually get into this again to shelter from the storm, I think. I think you're invulnerable in there. I haven't tried it recently. We just gotta wait for power. We could put... I think we can put the generator on these front pods or batteries. Let me just try that once it actually uses all the organic. Nearly done. Yeah, there we go. So the organic... Can we actually drop this on the front? Yeah, we can. So this will obviously feed this station before the others if we want to prioritize. And yeah... In comes the wind. Are we going to get rocks? It's looking okay, I want to say. We're not slow. Oh, here it comes over the... Well, through the hill. Why through the hill? It's coming over the hill. Yeah. I guess now's the time to test this thing. And while we're waiting, well... Can we actually access our backpack? Nope. Can't do that because it's embedded in the seat. That may need a little bit more work. Hopefully this isn't going to blow away my cockpit. But I'm going to cut so you don't have to wait for this storm to pass. And we're still alive. More importantly, so we still have our cockpit seat as well. Good. It did actually push you a little bit with the rocks, but nothing too bad. And do we actually have any organic left? It looks like we do. Let's see, it charges this station first, which is exactly what I want right now. There we go. There's a medium battery. And that, of course, needs lithium as well. Just checking, but that's what I expect. And we can get more research done. What do we get? It's almost like opening loot boxes. Oxygen tank. Useful to just extend the time we can actually take away from vehicles. Again, it'll attach up to the top right, or yeah, I think it's up there. So that's fine for now, using tethers, but we can use that if we want to. All right, so let's grab the cockpit or the single seat. You'll notice, obviously, as it's single seat, if you're playing co-op, you're going to actually need more than one of these. And if you look at the area on the rover, that's going to require, you know, half of the room easily just for the two seats. So just bear that in mind. You may want to, you can see this at the back end. You can attach more things on the back or the front. And we'll show you that once I get the compound I need. Let's just grab that quickly. Do I have the compound? I thought I did. No? Well, fine. I'm going to have to go get more compound. Mining trip successful. Got some compound and not a lot of oxygen. Let's just head back. And we should be able to build off this rover. Compound. Probably going to put some more medium storage over here as well. So now it attaches. I don't want it to attach to something. It does. Oh, I just have to. Okay. So it's off to the side here. I was trying to attach it near the top. Fine. Build a rover, please. Here it comes. Come on. Come on. Great. And it has no power. Okay. Let's fit this first of all. Hopefully fit this in. I don't want it. Okay, it turns. Oh, it takes 2 slots, so we'd actually need. It'd take all the space if you would play multiplayer. But now saves the game, and there you can see we are just connected because we're close enough via node, and that's kind of automatically connects, if I remember correctly, when you get close enough, and will detach otherwise. The rest of the station is being powered up by solar, so just bear in mind that's probably what's limiting this, and I can make more solar here. Again, will take a slot, but to, you know, just to actually, I've got 2 on my backpack now. No, it gives us a bit of independence. Because now, even if we're disconnected, and we can disconnect, I think, we used to be able to by clicking on, yep, there we go. That'll let us manually connect, but now it's actually recharging itself from wherever we are. Similarly, we could create a small generator. Add some copper. Do I have some copper? Copper. And if we get any plant life, we can recharge from the plant life, just like we could recharge from everything else. Where? Oh, you up there again. Okay, so now we've got a rover we can go pretty much anywhere on this planet with. When I last played this, I did play it co-op with a friend. There were some fairly severe sync issues, which I imagine they're fixed by now, where you'd have 2 people on a rover and one would be extremely lagged out and would almost, you'd have to disconnect and reconnect, and you know, wasn't great. But when you're single player, didn't have any of those problems. So I will retest co-op at some point and see whether there's any issues there. Again, just when we need to get out, we need to worry about oxygen. Which means we still need things like tethers. I just want to see, how much does it carry anything on board, I wonder? Whoa, rocks. So if I get it now, will we have a full bar or will we have... Yeah, this is still full. Does that mean we get infinite oxygen? Would be good, but at the same time... Seems a bit overpowered. Maybe not. I'm expecting some kind of oxygen tank on board that I would need to get. Does it have a tether interface? Oh, that sounded like a crash of some kind. No, I don't want it to create a shortcut. Thank you, Windows. Yeah, so we're tethered to it, so it's fine. It's got its own oxygen supply, just like a habitat, so we can go wherever we want. So, for example, if we want to go and investigate that over there... Oops. Right. My driving's fine. My driving's fine. My driving's not fine. Yeah. You can just press tab and it will flip your rover back over. Not necessarily the best thing in the world. There we go. See? No problem. That's going to be terrible. However, of course, I do not have anything to carry extra goods with, except my backpack. So yes, I can go and grab this stuff. What we don't have is more cargo space. And that's part of the reason of getting a rover as well. Yeah, we'll just drive backwards, it's fine. And to do that, we can attach a second rover to the first one using the same mechanism we used to connect to the base. This little thing on the... Whoa! This little thing on the back of the rover. We need to build another rover, effectively, and then put medium storage on it. And nothing much else. It's fine. Oh. Well, at least the stuff doesn't fall off it. There we go. Well, what was I saying? Ah, yes, we need a second rover attached to the first one. You can imagine what happens if you crash both of them. You're going to need to actually use the tab key a fair amount. But of course, these things can go underground as well. You just got to really watch yourself and clear out space in front of them if you do go underground. Because in addition to cargo, you can also put things like drill heads on these things. So what we'd actually do here is just build another one. Whoop. We would... Oh, we're out of energy. That's why. Luckily, we were right back at the base when that happened. So, no problems. We need yet more compound. So I'm going to have to go for another trip, I think, of that. I think we're out. Yeah, we're pretty much out. However, we should be able to get this other research done. What are we going to get? Eventually, once you've got all the research available, it'll start just giving you resources for getting these, and just random resources as well. Large shuttle, so that is our that's our spaceship. I think that does. I'm not sure. Can you actually do that from the vehicle bay? If we change that, yeah, there we go. In fact, no, that isn't the largest. That's the, or maybe that is. Yeah. And we just need copper for that? We'll also need hydrazine to fill it as well. That will let us get to the other planets. Can we see any of them in the night sky? They do actually come up now and then. No, I don't see any. But they have different environments. Poisonous, like a moon. There's a Mars-like planet, etc. that we can just explore and go to all of those, do different things. But, you know, I'm just showing you the essentials for the moment and hopefully get you interested enough to want to play the game. We'll see. And a lot of more copper being burned, being melted. There we go. So I think I'm going to have to do some more research. I'm going to do that off camera. And we'll come back once we've got more recipes, because we're going to need more to actually get anything really done. And I'm now back with more compound and even more hydrazine, just because we're going to need that to get to other planets, so I may as well pick up some now. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. and build our second rover, which is sort of anticlimactic after the first one, but never mind. The second rover is good. There we go. So if I click on, is it this one? Yeah. They're sort of glued to each other now. There we go. So if I pull away, it is going to be a bit tricky to move them. However, they do share even more power. So, you know, we can get power. That actual generator has some extra inside of it that's sort of invisible. In fact, no, it doesn't. It's solar. Yeah, it's a solar that's doing that. That's fine. So what I can do is go and get some medium storage. Probably get 2 of them. And that will then drop onto that rear plate. And we can go and get more cargo, which I'm going to do between the episodes. Don't worry, I'm not going to actually go just using lots of this stuff up. Do we have any more research I can actually grab? I wonder. Looks like there's some over there. See if we get another recipe before the end of the episode. Hopefully you're liking this game. Let me know otherwise, or whichever you like, in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you like it, of course, and if you dislike, the button is down there as well. And just as sunset's coming in, we can then get this researched, and hopefully I can fit that light to my backpack. Now I've figured out where to attach the thing. Research, where's my there it is. It's remarkably large. Surprising that it just fits on... Yep, just fits on my backpack and change sizes. Drill head, which is even better because we'd need that for... in fact, I don't think I have enough compound to make more medium storage. But drill head needs... we've got enough. That's fine, we can build that too before the episode's out. That's going to need to go on a crane, and I don't have the crane recipe yet, because it's going to be quite useless sitting on the back of the trucks like this, and I don't think it's going to go on the front. Little point. Well, if it could go right on the front, maybe if we came across a deposit on the front. Doesn't look like it though. It may only accept being on the rear of these, so I can just drop this here for now. Yep, there we go. And then we can change the recipe back to the large shuttle. Almost tempted to build a separate vehicle bay for this because it's going to need a landing pad, and I also want a port to plug the rovers back in maybe, so yeah, I can always make another one for the rovers. So we just need copper for this. Do we actually have enough copper? I think I've got plenty of it, so that would be pretty good. And will this auto load into... That's aluminium. Copper. One more. Yeah, one more. Oh no, it's actually down here. It's going to make another small generator if I'm not careful. If I click on this, will it use them all? Yeah, it will. Okay, so I don't need to get stuff out of the backpack. And we can build our large shuttle, which seems a little bit early, but you know, I'm not going to complain, because I'm then going to load it with the hydrazine. No power. Fine. And you can see there's a space here to put the hydrazine. If I should, can we just click on it? Yeah. Wow. I remember that using a lot less to fill a lot more. Ah, no, it's not too bad. Yeah, so I'm out of hydrazine again. I'm going to have to go and get some more of those. And you can see on top, there's a similar spaces for other stuff. So we can load that up with storage and everything else, just like we've seen. We can just use up, this is copper already. That's all ore, so we can just, why do I keep saying burn? Melt. That kind of stuff. I think that's enough for a second episode. We've got the use of the printer. We've got some more research done. I will probably do a lot of the research between the episodes so that we got most of the recipes done. And then maybe we'll go and see if we can go spelunk somewhere try and find some lithium, which looks like this. It's actually, it used to be easy to find, but I think they've moved it much further down in the world now, so I'm going to have to try a suicidal trip with one of these things and see if I can find some resources. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.